Who doesn't love a great hike in the woods, especially on a beautiful day like today? We're going to be reviewing 5 hiking trails in this series, 4 right here in Chelmsford and 1 just over the line in Carlisle. Hello, my name is Bill Pozerycki. I'm with the Pozerycki Arpino Realty team of Keller Williams, and behind the camera is my partner, Linda Arpino.
Good afternoon, everybody.
I'm here at 17 Maple Road in Chelmsford at the Red Wing Farm Conservation Area. This trail system, along with hiking, includes some generous parking. There's room for probably at least 5 or 6 cars, more if everybody cooperates, and a handicap space as well.
And if people are familiar with town, it is just right past the Byam School is where we are located.
And this particular trail is very picturesque, so it's a great trail to take your time, bring your camera, take a lot of photos, share them with your friends, and of course, pop them on social media. There's 3 main trails in this system. There's the Red Trail, which is a little bit shorter. I'll bring you to the map over here. Blue Trail, which is longer, and there's also a bike path that you can connect on the Bruce Freeman Trail that connects onto this as well. There's some people in here already having a nice little picnic, and we're going to walk down a little further, and I'm going to give you my first tip on safe hiking. Hello again. So we moved down about 100 yards from the parking area. We're right next to a trail system here. This is really the bike trail that will hook up to that Bruce Freeman trail system that I mentioned earlier. So,
And you can see the rock over his, kind of to the right there, shows you that. And I'm just going to show you where we came from, and then the other entrance to the trails. So way over, you can see there are some picnic tables underneath the trees, and then there's another entrance over that side. That will bring you to some of the other colored, so the red or blue trails, whatever Bill mentioned earlier.
So my first tip in safe hiking, whether you're going to hike by yourself or with somebody else, is always let somebody know where you're going and when you intend to be back. A lot of hikers will get themselves in trouble because they're thinking, oh, I've been on that trail 100 times, I'm only going out for a quick hour. That's when something can happen, and that's when you can get yourself in trouble. So again, always let somebody know where you're going and when you plan to be back. And with that said, let's go find the next hiking trail. Welcome to our second hike. Here we're standing at the George B.B. Wright Reservation here in Chelmsford at 120 Parker Street in Chelmsford. If you follow the address, you've got to come down the road a little bit more. The address will stop you about maybe half a mile up the road. Keep coming down, and this is the parking area. So you can see you got plenty of room for cars, maybe 6, 8, or 10 cars that are here. This was originally a 31-acre parcel. It's now up to 110 acres. So it's very big, very expansive. What you're going to find here is the amount of flowering and trees and plants. There's specimens that are local. There's also specimens from around the United States, and from what I understand, from around the globe as well. So you can have a really nice time in here looking at all those things. Again, bring your camera. We all do. We all have our cell phone attached to us. So this is a great hike to come in and enjoy.
And I do know, I don't know if we mentioned that the one we were just at does allow dogs on their leash.
It does, yes.
So this one I don't see any signs, but I'm sure if you bring in a dog, you always got to make sure it's on the leash.
Okay, so we moved in from the parking area maybe 30 yards, and it has the bulletin board here with all your information. You can bring your dog in. You just have to mind your dog and pick up after it, or you're subject to a fine. It's hard to see probably on the camera because of the glare, but it does have a map of the area. The maps are online, so again, it's a good idea to print that off and take it with you. And there's also various descriptions and pictures of the flowering plants and trees that you'll see on your walk through.
And then down below they give you a suggestion of 25 trees, a self-guided walk of where to go and see the 25 trees.
Excellent. So the second hiking tip, and it's important as well as they all are, is to stay on the trail. Even if you know the woods very well, it's important to stay on the trail. The people that maintain these systems, they want you to stay on as well, because if you hike off trail, you could cause erosion, you could cause problems with the environment, and if that's where you can get yourself in trouble as well. So if you're off trail and you become disorientated for whatever reason, that's when you really get in trouble. So the second safety tip, stay on the trail.
And if you stay to the end, I'm going to give my tip, my hiking tip at the very end.
I can't wait to hear Linda's tip. So let's go off and find the third hiking spot. Hi again, welcome to our third hiking trail review. We're here at the Thanksgiving Forest here at 40 Janet Road in Chelmsford.
So for sort of where that is in town, if you're heading Route 4 towards Billerica, you're going to pass the South Row School, the elementary school there, and then you're going to come to the neighborhood. It's actually at the very end of Janet Road in the end of a neighborhood.
So this will include, along with the hiking trails, has plenty of parking here, probably room for 10 or 12 cars with 2 handicap spots. It does have a canoe launch that's not far from here at all. So if you do have a canoe and you come in at Janet Road, it's a very short walk down, so you can put your canoe in. You'd actually be putting your canoe in the River Meadow Brook. This is located, like Linda said, in South Chelmsford. This trail also extends and connects to Great Brook Farm in Carlisle, which we are going to take a look at. That's a massive 100-acre park, so that's really nice. So as we walk up the trail a little bit, you see again, dogs are permitted. They do have a nice map at all of these locations, but again, it's always a good idea to bring your own map in.
And if you see down towards the left past that sign, you can see the water.
And that's when you can put your canoe in.
Right in there. Look at that. Is it only open on Thanksgiving?
It is not only open on Thanksgiving, it's pretty much open year-round. So there's 3 trail systems in here. Again, you'll see them on the map. Some are a little bit shorter than others, so again, you just plan out the hike that you're most interested in. What you hear in the background is an Amazon Prime truck. Someone's getting a delivery right on the trail system. So we're going to walk up a little bit and we'll give you our next hiking safety tip. Okay, before I talk about that third hiking safety tip, the trail looks very well marked. They also look like they have reflectors on the tree, which is nice to have just in case you get turned around and you're coming out and the sun is already going down. You'd be surprised if you don't already know how quickly it gets dark in the woods. So you always want to carry a flashlight or a headlight with you. So if it does start to get dark, and you can see the trees and reflect that way.
That's because of all the trees keep it.
It does. The canopy comes over it and it just doesn't get through as quickly. So the next safety tip is to stay very well hydrated. If you're going to go on a hike, make sure you drink plenty of water before. Bring plenty of water with you. Sip as you go. Bring lots of water. That's really, really important. Stay hydrated as you hike. Take your time. Sip as you go. So with that said, let's go find the next hiking trail. Hi, welcome to our 4th trail review at 105 Mill Road here in Chelmsford. And we are at Russell Pond and Town Forest Reservation. This has 132 acres and lots to do here. There is a bike path for mountain bike enthusiasts. There's an extensive trail system for you for that. There's plenty of parking here. It's actually right off the soccer fields.
Yeah, so actually to get here, I just tripped. Although it's, I think it's like 105 Mill Road. It is off of Mill Road, but the parking that I'm showing you is if you're on Mill Road, you're going to see the signs that say Murphy's Field. That's where they play the soccer. That's where you want to go down in order to get to the parking area.
So again, along with hiking, you've got 3,000 square feet of frontage on the Mill Brook pond area right down here, and we're going to walk down there later. Actually, somebody just went down there with their kayak, and they're going to fish.
So you can have your dogs here as well. This is the sign. Kind of see the trail, the extensive area.
So again, that 3,000 square feet is along the east bank of Russell Mill Pond. So let's take a walk down there, look at where they can launch the canoes or kayaks, and then we'll have our 4th hiking tip. Okay, so we're at the area where they launch their canoes or kayaks. A gentleman just walked in, and it's literally 20 yards from the parking lot. So if you're a fishing enthusiast, he was going off fishing, or you just want to tool around in your little boat there, this is a perfect place to come. There is another area you can put it in down by the bridge a little bit further, or just pull up your Google Maps and you'll find a few other places. So the fourth hiking tip, as like the mosquito come at me here, is to plan out your hike. Know the trail that you want to hike and do a little bit of research on it. Is it primarily flat? Does it have a lot of slopes to it? That's important to know so you know how to dress, what type of shoes you want to wear on your feet.
Because I'm on flip-flops right now.
And Linda is in flip-flops, you don't want to see that. But it is important to plan out and know what the trail is like, know what you're in for, know how long it's going to be for you to do that. Again, so we can go back to the first tip, so you can let somebody know that here's where I'm going to be hiking and this is about how long it should take me. So that's important. Just do your research before you hit the trail. So with that, let's go find our fifth and final trail review. And we're back for our fifth and final hike review. We are at 984 Lowell Street in Carlisle, just over the Chelmsford line.
So that's like if you were coming down Route 4, you go right onto Concord Road or left, depending, but if you leave in town, right onto Concord Road, and then you're going to pass Rufina's, if you know that restaurant, and you keep going and over the Chelmsford line.
So this is over 1,000 acres of fun activity to do. Features more than 20 miles of trails. You can also see notable Native American sites and 17th century cellar holes left over from English settlers. There's also an active dairy farm that offers free tours on the weekend. Along with hiking, other activities in the park include horseback riding, mountain biking, canoe and kayaking, fishing, and cross-country skiing.
And they also have ice cream. Bill didn't mention that. We'll be showing you that in a minute. My kids, we went to the Acton Barn Cooperative Preschool. Shout out to them. They were wonderful. Anyway, we used to come here. The kids would come here on a field trip. And they would look at the working dairy farm, get the tour, and then have a little ice cream. And they have bathrooms here, which is a bonus.
Yes. So, do you want to take a walk down to the dairy farm and take a look?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's go. Okay. Here we are. We're now up where the, look, trying to get over the fence. We're up where the working dairy farm is, and just take a look at some of their animals. Here's the pigs. They're sleeping. There's some of the goats over there. The red is where they have all the, so the horses and where they milk them. And then there's another one, you can't see it, but way over that hill, there's another fairly new piece where you can see a little bit of the red up there that they built fairly recently. Here are some of the cows. They do have them kind of separated. They have signs out showing the age of them. Oh, we got a bunny. What's up, bunny? He's got a bottle of ice to keep him cool. Chickens. And you can see over there some more of the cows. They do have feed that you can get so the kids can come and feed the animals. That's either a llama or I think it's an alpaca, but and we'll finish over here with, see what it says, some of the breeding age, 13 to 22 months, and over here are some of the calves, 5 to 12 months. And then over here, you can see the yellow flag, and that is where you would go in and get ice cream. Oh, and here is, you can get a tour. So they show the maternity ward, feeding the cows, the farm in general, the milking area, the calves, and then here is a little bit of the map. So we're going to head back and do our final tip for hiking.
So that concludes our review of the 5 hiking trails, the 4 in Chelmsford and the 1 that we're here right now in Carlisle. And now I'm going to talk about the 10 essentials that you should be carrying in your backpack, and you should be taking your backpack on every hike. This is mine. Got my little Patriot hat there. You should always have a Patriot hat. I like to take a seat with me as well, because you might want to just find a quiet little spot out there, and if it's not too comfy, you always have this to sit down on. So the 10 essentials that you should have in your backpack: a map of the trail that you're taking, your compass, matches or a fire starter, a flashlight or some type of a headlamp, sunscreen and sunglasses, even if it's the winter, extra food, water, and purification for water that you may find if you do run out, extra clothes and rain gear, first aid supplies, and the last one is a knife or a multi-type of tool that you could use. So again, thanks again for watching.
Oh wait, they need my tip.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I promised to tip.
What is Linda's tip? I can't wait to hear this.
So my tip is related to ticks and bugs. So always check yourself for ticks, but I saw on the news today there are these special mesh pants. Because I know you're supposed to cover up, you know, no skin and showing so that you don't have things on you. And if it's hot, you probably want to wear your nice shorts. So anyway, it's this mesh pants that you put right over anything. And it says it's like, has holes like 1,150 inches per square inch or area per square inch, something. Anyway, it's small, tiny, tiny little holes that you cannot let in the mosquitoes, and I believe they say in the ticks. So let the air come in to keep you cool and keep the bugs out.
That's an excellent tip, Linda. And
Thank
that
you.
reminds me, you should also take your bug spray and tick spray. And we always have our cell phones with us, so make sure your cell phone is fully charged. The issue sometimes taking the cell phone on a hike is you may not have cell coverage. So that's why you need the map and the compass and all those other things. So thanks everybody for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, reach out to us or put it down in the threads and we'll reach back to you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The button is right down there below because we'll be posting more things about events to do around town, maybe some more outdoor dining, and anything else that you're interested in, let us know, and we'll do some filming on that as well. So thank you again, everybody. We appreciate it. Stay safe.